Now, I don't like to get excited about games anymore. But an open world RPG, or HPG, set in Hogwarts?
Bloody brilliant!
Harry Potter and the game that probably won't come out till 2023, or Hogwarts Legacy as it's more commonly known, is an open world RPG set in Hogwarts in the 1800s and might just be my most anticipated game of this year, so join me for a spell as we get into everything we know so far. Okay, so we can probably fly in this game, right? I mean, the trailer showed griffins and broomsticks, so it would be a bit of a one tease if we were grounded for the duration of the game. Having said that, Cyberpunk 2077 originally had plans for airborne vehicles that were cut from the final product, so anything can happen really. Still, imagine the potential of being able to swish round on a broomstick, doing drive-bys on your fellow students, or simply taking in the open world from the air. Speaking of the open world, how big will it be? The trailer we got showed us in Hogsmeade and the Forbidden Forest, so we know that we won't necessarily be confined to just the school grounds. Even if it was just Hogwarts, this would still provide a huge and expansive world to become immersed in. Personally, I would rather a smaller world with more packed in than a large, empty, Ubisoft-y world. Being able to attend classes would be a great vehicle for learning new abilities. You could learn alchemy in potions class and spells in defense against the dark arts. This mechanic would be much more immersive than simply opening up a menu and picking something from a skill tree. Okay, so this one's probably a little ambitious, but imagine designing your character in year 1 and progressing through every year of school as your character ages and gains knowledge and abilities. The scope of this game already seems pretty huge, so I reckon adding an aging system to a player created character might be a bit much for a developer's first attempt at an open world RPG. The school houses in Hogwarts lend themselves brilliantly to— Shut up Weasley, I'm trying to do a thing here. Lend themselves brilliantly to the RPG structure. We know that you'll be creating your own wizard in Legacy, and choosing your house will likely be akin to choosing your star sign in Skyrim. Different houses might provide different benefits. Gryffindors could receive combat bonuses, or Slytherin could gain an intimidation ability. And Hufflepuffs could, Hufflepuffs are just glad to be out of the house. In the Harry Potter universe, wizards can turn themselves into animals via animagus. The potential of this is huge, from the range of animals you could choose to the range of different abilities you would gain while transformed. Again though, from a development point of view, this could be asking a bit much. Every animal form would have to feel different, and the abilities would have to be extremely varied to make it a worthwhile venture. I would rather they focused on making your human character feel well designed with a good spell system rather than spreading themselves too thin and trying to do too much. Now, I don't think this game will need a multiplayer system, and I wouldn't be disappointed in the slightest if it didn't have one, but it would be cool to jump online and participate in duels or explore the world with a friend in some sort of co-op capacity. This might be one of the most talked about potentials, but it's pretty whatever to me. I'd rather a well-delivered, immersive narrative than anything multiplayer. Anyway, that's enough wild speculation from me. Let me know what you would like to see in the comments. I've got some good shit coming up, including reviews of Sci-Fu, Dying Light and Elden Ring, so subscribe so you don't miss any of that.